check.
Yep, mic check. Yep.
So what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Fresh and Fit Podcast, special edition. Got my man, Dr. Tony Madison in the building. What you guys don't know is this man, although he's a doctor now and helping people, he used to hurt people playing strong safety, you know what I'm saying? So that's my man.
I'm glad you got that out quick. You know what I'm saying? They're probably like, oh.
It's to hurt people, you know what I'm saying? But but he's strong safety. So my man's now, so like, how'd you make that transition from being a safety to now you a doctor healing people?
Yeah, so I looked at it as I had to merge the two, you know. So I knew, you know, you love football. Of course, I'm a defensive mindset guy, you know, deliver the pain, deliver the punch. And then on the back end, you know, you have a doctor, altruistic, healing, caring, you know. So that's a big gap to here. So, you know, as football was coming to a close, I noticed, you know, okay, what am I good at? I always love the sciences. I mean, if you put some poetry in front of me, I'm dead.
Okay.
You know, I don't want to do English and all that other stuff in history. Right. But, you know, the sciences, you know, objective things. Okay. This equals this. I love that.
You're a black and white kind of guy.
Yeah, super straight down the line. It is or it ain't.
Yeah.
So, you know, I said, okay, let's merge the two. You know science, you love the body, you love working with athletes, you love being an athlete. How about you just work with them?
Okay.
So as I merged the two, you know, I said, I've seen injuries, I've been injured, I know how to deliver injury, which means I also know how to heal them.
Yeah.
You know, and that really helps me in my practice. I'm sports medicine, so I see athletes still. I'm able to really empathize. You know, you have, you know, I have a young kid, 8th grader, 10th grader come to me all the time, all the way to professional athletes. But when you tell someone, I felt the pop, you know, that's arbitrary speak, right, unless you felt the pop.
You understand what that means.
I was running and my back locked up. To the average doctor, no knock to them, but if you've never played anything or if you've never been running and your back locked up, you don't get it.
Yeah.
You know, you're looking like, oh, well, maybe some heat. You know, your brain starts to twist around things you simply can't understand.
Yeah.
So that transition, it was wide, and then it closed real quick for me. I said, all right, well, football's ending. What do you want to do? I said, I want to be a healthcare professional. I want to be a doctor. I want to help people. I said, oh, well, just treat the stuff that you already had.
Yeah. I think we talked about this before, but like, how did you, was that, I know you said it happened quick for you. Was it emotionally easy for you to deal with that transition? Like, because I know for me, like, I call it baller withdrawal. A lot of guys suffer from it. Like, when you lose, not so much just, you lose like the fame, the notoriety, all that stuff come with it. Like, were you able to handle that stuff emotionally as well? Like, how did that work?
Emotionally, not really, no. Like, you know, there was a letdown.
Yeah, it's a letdown.
It's, you wake up. I remember the first year I was done playing, the fall came, you know, and every football player out there can feel what I'm about to say. The grass smelled different, the sun hit different. You know, if you smell a grill or you hear a band, it's just different. You know, like football season, it happens inside first.
Yeah.
And then, you know, you start to put it out there. So when that first fall hit me, that was 2005.
Yeah.
It was, I mean, I'm not a psychologist or a psychiatrist, but there was probably a level 1 depression that did set in.
Yeah.
And the only thing that really kept me going forward was, okay, I do have, you know, I'm on another path now.
Yeah.
So being able to turn that page faster than some really helped me get out of that pit, because
I think
it's an emotional pit.
I think you lose hope, like because you have this hope that one day you can make millions and have all these aspirations and be famous and be the star. But I think like once you stop playing football, you lose hope that you can potentially be that guy. You know what I'm saying? Be that guy. But and I think unfortunately for being black, especially since it's Juneteenth, I think especially being black, like they push the narrative like the only way you can be successful is by being an athlete. That's the narrative. And so like, but you don't think about, I could be this person, that person, being a doctor. Like, why don't you talk to somebody these other career fields, these science, math, engineering career fields? You know what I'm saying? But that's not pushed to us.
Yeah, I mean, you're hitting it right on the head. That and I have to give props to my 2 older brothers. Of course, they had gone to college, played football. and my mother and father, college educated, undergrad studies, but you grow up in a house like that. Not everybody's gonna grow up in a house like that, but you don't need that. I'm not about to sit here and tout that. But what I had allowed me to say, oh, you know what? There are options.
Yeah.
And that's what pretty much depression and the letdown and when you don't fit the narrative that this country puts, especially on guys like you and myself. Hey, I'm not dribbling, I'm not running, I'm not intercepting something, I'm never gonna be anything. Right. But I said, oh, okay, well, we have options of, I know I can control the grades I get, the degree I earn, and what I do with it after.
I know there's a lot of cats who don't have what you have, the aspirations, the foundation. They end up, even if they do make it to the pros and then just say they have a short career, they end up like becoming shells of themselves, overweight, out of shape, depressed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like really like, it's because they didn't have that, I wouldn't say backup plan, but that also, I would say just an alternative plan. Cause backup plan is not always the proper term. No. It's just, and plus we live in a day and age now where you just don't do one thing.
No.
You don't just do one thing.
It's not smart to. It's not smart, you can, but I wouldn't do that.
You want to do multiple things, you know what I'm saying? So speaking of doing multiple things, you're a doctor, and you help people, you know what I'm saying, physically touching them, helping them, healing them, instructing them, but now you have a new product. You know what I'm saying? I've never heard of a doctor dropping a product that wasn't a pill.
Correct. And that was the exact.
Yeah.
Hold on. Yeah.
Thank you.
Right. Thank you.
Again, guys, we at Yonder, about to smash some.
And this menu is crazy. If you on the east side of Cleveland, come.
Yeah. Yonder.
Yeah.
We got it. Yeah.
So, you say, and it's true, you rarely hear of a doctor not only creating, but actually using a product outside of a pill or maybe a book.
A book. Absolutely.
There's tons of information, but that's what doctors are trained to do. I mean, when we sit in school and then, you go through your internships and, you climbing up the ladder and all this toil, all you're literally taught to do is see a problem, fix a problem.
Right.
That's it. And the problems come to you. So, I mean, it's a cushy life in a sense.
Do they teach you any business, do you take any business classes as a doctor?
You know what? Let me not knock.
Because I know a lot of doctors have their own practices, but do you learn any business class?
That's a great question. So we took, I can't even say a course. It's interspersed within the curriculum.
Okay.
But, I mean, for real business people out there, and my older brother, I have two older brothers, but my middle brother, he is an entrepreneur, businessman.
Okay.
Went to college, rode out of there. So this is not for me. I'm not about to sit up and learn business from a guy who doesn't own a business.
Right.
So back to the actual learning how to be a doctor part, you're not gonna get what you need to run a successful business in that school.
Okay.
Period. I don't care from Yale to Pomona College.
Okay.
Wherever you are, it's not happening.
Okay.
Now I'm sorry, but you get many doctors to run their own practice because why? You have a degree that's highly recognizable and respected in this country, and you have the capital. Yeah. And that right there, you get rolling because I'm gonna hire a business manager, a billing office, and probably an assistant. I mean, if you want to get brass tacks and say, I need to get off the ground right now, you hire those three things with yourself in a 500 square foot building, you can get cracking. And you'll have a 20,000 square foot building probably in 5 years or less.
Because I think about that and I say so now you're taking on this entrepreneurship and creating this product, the roller. We're gonna get into this, we're gonna dive into this too, guys, because I actually use this product. But so what kind of steps did you start taking to make you want to create this?
So the first step that brought me to this exact product was the problem.
Okay.
I got tired of seeing so many problems, which is my job. Not that I got tired of my job, but when I'm in a room treating a person, I'm just that. I'm in a room treating a person. I can only be here.
Right.
But I know I can look at my schedule and go, well, there's 15, 20, 30 more problems today. How can I, being the resource that I am, help as many people as possible, as fast as possible?
Absolutely.
So you find a problem, you find a solution, that's how you make a change.
Okay.
So I have a lot of doctor friends, obviously. Some are there to pay bills. Some are there because they like the white coat and the fame and the esteem. Yeah. And let me keep it real, not all, but some of those guys really never had that. Yeah. You know, I mean, we went to Hampton, so sidebar. If you went to Hampton, it was kind of easy, or you had your moment where you were the man.
You're the man. Well, you kind of had your man two aspects. You were a football player, then I think, you know what I'm saying, like I said, you had your moment being a football player and being Greek. So now you were the man. You like man square, you know what I'm saying? Man square. Being the man square, like you understand what that's like. And so you probably even recognize too some of your, I don't know, frat brothers or other fraternity members. You've seen them transition from not being the man to when they cross over, and the man, it's a little different too. So it's probably, is that similar to the doctor thing?
Exactly. It's a fraternity in a sense. It's a bunch of guys who did a certain set of things, and now you're on this side. Yeah. And once you get on that side, there's still like oh wait, that's base case. Yeah. And then you start to establish alpha males, live wires, you know, X, Y's, and Z's. Yeah. But you know, with that, to keep it on track here, you know, having experience, you know, what every young man should experience. Let's encapsulate it like that. You know, with being the bros, playing football. Now, you know, I'm in the doctor world. It helps me not focus on, really, those are distractions. Yeah. Just like they are when you're a younger man. Exactly. When you're a younger man, you can afford to make moves like that because
you're young.
I'm young.
You got time.
You know, you mess up and be like, oh, you won't bounce back from that for 18 months. Okay, I'll be 22. I'll be 25. But at this stage of the game, you know, I'm married with kids, so things are real serious.
Real serious. Every decision matters.
Every decision matters. So when I ask myself, let me make a product that I can actually help as many people as possible, as fast as possible, that actually works. It's the internet age. You can make any product. I could have made coffee cups. I could have made this exact roller with different material. Right. You know, like I said, we'll dive into the roller in a minute. But I said, you know, what do I see people using in my practice? That one, they won't hurt themselves, because you have to watch the human being. The human being, when they get alone, they're dangerous. They're dangerous. So I'm not gonna create another percussion gun. I'm not going to create an electric stim machine. Yeah. I'm not going to give you some water type therapy. No. Nothing. Nothing to hook your neck up, traction. You're going to do something wild at some point. You know, this, you can't swallow it. You know, it's not going to jump up and hit you and kill you. Yeah. So, keeping it real though, the foam roller, it's a 2-in-1 roller. Like I said, I'm jumping track.
Let's go.
It soft tissue. You know, again, I'm sports medicine, so every athlete or weekend warrior at some point says, ouch. You know, or why does this not move? Or why does this move too much? Or why can't I move? You know, it's why, and it's dealing with something that's either restricted or they want more from their own body. So I said, all right, you know what? Let's create a quality foam roller that not only allows someone to go from A to Z, and that's warm up during an exercise, use it for exercise and cool down, as well as I see what we call post-operative patients. So people with new hips, new knees, reconstructed when they blow their Achilles tendon. You know, so really big injuries that will sideline and take a person off their game. You know, these are things I'm talking 8 to 9 months to deal with. And you can gain weight, you can become depressed, you can lose your marriage, you can lose your job. A lot can happen on this end, or lose your job from dribbling or running that ball, you know, on Sundays. That matters. So the roller, it's a 2-in-1 roller. And why 2-in-1? Because one, there's different densities. So this is going to hit the bigger muscles. You know, more. You can use this for actually warm up during and after. But if you need that firm roller to attack a job, this is it. A little bit softer, obviously not, you know, super soft like the cheap ones that you can get, but something to hit more of the soft tissues. This is more muscle and tendon. This is obviously going to be more into the bone and deep tissues.
Yeah.
So when I go to work, I notice, again, a huge problem is people don't have options. Typically, by the time you get to me, you're out of options.
Yeah.
And I see that desperation look. I hate desperation in a patient. You have clients.
Yeah.
When they come to you desperate, you can get them there, but you already know, okay, you're making my job harder.
Yeah. But I gotta deal with your mental first. I gotta deal with, like, when people come to me desperate, I gotta deal with that mental first. Get over this block, because sometimes it's like people are dealing with issues outside of training, and that's totally fine, because some trainers I know, they'll fire a client, the client will get results in a certain amount of time. I'm not like that, because I understand
That's
that.
terrible.
Yeah, because I understand that you need, it's like habit forming. So if I get you training, working out, that's one good habit.
Yeah.
The next good habit is to get you eating right. The next good habit is to get you taking care of your body, getting sleep. So it's just build. So like, I don't trip on people like who come into the gym and who don't get results like right away. Like, I'm not on that. You know what I'm saying?
I get that.
Yeah.
And that's touting, you know, your athletic career and your background. You know that nothing's overnight.
It's not overnight.
MJ didn't get it overnight, and you're not either.
No.
So it's not gonna happen.
So like, I feel you, but I just know, like, when you, like you said, that desperation look, I know, like, okay, this ain't gonna be a 12-week thing. This gonna be a 16 to 30, 24-week thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To get you at least functioning healthy.
Yeah. Yeah,
not the results you want, but to get you functioning healthy, then we can get the results.
It's like a hill.
Yeah.
We're just doing all that to get you started.
Exactly.
I get it. Yeah. So with that, this is that tool, because let's again use yourself, personal trainer. I'm in terrible shape. I'm a wreck. And you look at me and you keep it all the way real. I mean, this is a 32-week program.
Yeah.
I can't, even if I'm giving you 2 hours of my day, 7 days a week, I still need to be doing something at home.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, or else.
1,000%.
It's never going to work. So that on-demand relief and rehab and therapy and treatment, whatever words you want to put in there, that's exactly what this is. Yeah. Because it's me in the form of a roller with options, which I give you. If you can come to my office, which some can, there's roadblocks there too.
Yeah.
We don't need to get into that. Every American knows the healthcare system's roadblocks: insurance, co-pays, time. Maybe you're on the metro. I live in DC area, so there's metro schedules. There's weather.
Yeah.
There's so much that prevents you from saying, "I just want to get in so he can check my knee."
Right.
If he checks my knee, I can go start my personal training.
Right.
If he starts my personal training, I can lose this 20 pounds. But it's roadblock after roadblock after roadblock. Now, this is not a weight loss tool. I know some people, I've watched a ton of YouTube, and people will hear that and go, oh, no, that's not what this is. No. But what it is an option for you to have at home, on demand, that's actually created by a doctor, used by a doctor, and it's approved. You know, commercials are good at this. If you really, really read into their script, it's like doctor approved or research tested. Like those words, you got to be careful with how they use them.
Okay.
So, you know, I'm gonna take all the guesswork out of it for you. I created it, I use it. Done. You know what I'm saying?
So I noticed that yours, I've seen foam rollers never with this many different designs. You know what I'm saying? So like, what's the importance of the different textures here and patterns?
So when I designed the outer portion, the camera, you can probably see how the difference is here. The outer texture, what it's made of.
Yeah.
So this is called ABS plastic. So typically when you get foam rollers across the world, they're gonna be made of PVC.
Right.
Like kind of like a PVC pipe, but not that hard. PVC plastic can be bent and heated up to make anything. So, one sec. The ABS plastic it has a higher density, therefore it's harder to compress. And when you do compress it, let's say you're 350 pounds, when you compress it, it's bouncing right back, which is why it has a lifetime guarantee. You can't ruin this. The textures and the shapes, however you want to look at this, these are congruent. That word meaning they basically gel. They go with the human body.
Oh. Okay.
So your body, as you know, we're not cartoons. We're not flat.
Yeah.
You know, if you strip away our skin and muscle and you see our skeleton, I mean, there's dips and cuts. There's all types of angles. So when you use this, let's say on your spine, you know, people typically, I love it. I love to get a good pop in my back. You know, especially when I'm warming up. If it's back day, leg day. You got to have the spine right.
Right.
So with this, it's going to actually go with the grooves of your body as opposed to against.
Okay.
And that went into my design. I looked at not every, but a lot of the leading foam rollers on the market, and their angles actually go against your body, which is why some people hate foam rolling. They look at this as, oh, that's so painful. Foam rolling shouldn't be painful. You know, there should be it's that gray line of, ooh, I feel this, but there is some relief coming.
Yeah.
Back to the options, let's just say I'm a 120-pound female cross-country runner.
Okay.
This may be a little too much. This is gonna dig right down to her bone.
Oh, because she ain't got no fat.
She said, okay, you know what? Let's go with this one.
Yeah.
So I still get the relief, I still get the treatment. I'm ready to run the cross-country mileage or whatever I need to do today, and I'm in order, as opposed to one foam roller. I got on an ouch that hurts. It gave me bruises.
Yeah.
You know, now I have soft tissue bruising, and I got the gimp run, so on and so on and so on.
Yeah.
So that outer texture you see is all based on angles of the body that this foam roller can be used on. It can be used anywhere in your body, but I have a guide that comes with this roller to hit the major muscle groups that I'll go out on a limb. If you hit the major muscle groups, you're pretty much safe.
Yeah.
Now, it's just like anything. Doing extra gets you extra.
Yeah.
You know, if you show up and do the workout, you're going to get the results. But if you show up and do the workout and then a little extra, you might get the results a little quicker.
Now when you say large muscles, you're talking about my back, my quads.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Those areas, my hamstrings, glutes, those areas. Not so much my calves.
Not the calves.
That's this one's.
Yeah, you want to move into those. This is more so for your calves. That's the smaller muscle group.
And your forearms.
Forearms, things like that. If it's not on your trunk, that's how I separate these. If it's not on the trunk of the body, you want to use this.
Okay.
So when you start getting into arms and legs, this is your guy.
Yeah.
You know, and this also, it's only 5.5 inches wide.
Okay.
Now, I didn't take research or, you know, I'm not going to cap here and be like, the average human hand is, I don't know what the average human hand is. But what I did do is use a sample size within my patient population of just simply grabbing the prototype to see how many hands can actually make it at least halfway around, which allows them to get a one-handed grip. Because if you, like yourself, I do a lot of push-pull motions. Anybody out there that push-pulls know forearms are gonna lock up. If you, let's say, only have this, I mean, it looks crazy. But with this one, smaller diameter, I'm able to get one hand on it, softer density, and now even so now with a smaller diameter, you know, if I'm at my desk or even if you have a long commute, I know DC people can relate to this. You got a long commute, it's on the passenger, you pick it up and, okay, I wait for traffic to clear out.
And like even this one fits in my gym bag. It fits in my gym bag comfortably. Like it's not, you know, you see those tall, big foam rollers. That's the one thing I like about this is it's convenient.
Yeah, for sure. It was made to be convenient.
Right,
it's just that. And again, you asked me, I'm still keeping that original question in mind. Why this? Why did I create this? Not a pill, not a book, not another type of machine that does all this wild stuff. Something very simple but very effective. When people come to me, they're looking for answers, speed of relief, and convenience. You know, which is why some clinics around the country are going to a 24-hour model. I'm not going to that, but or they have, you know, wild hours like 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. because I understand I have to treat the school teacher who has to be in class by 8, and I also have maybe the sanitation worker who's out running his run at 6 a.m., but he's free at 4. So convenience. You know, you're getting speedy relief on demand whenever you want it, and it's convenient. With, again, options. I have 2-for-1 here.
So, you know what I'm saying, your phone rolling. I know a lot of you athletes, especially weekend warriors, don't take the time to warm up. This is a great thing. I mean, 5 minutes, you can really get loose and make sure you're good. So, speaking of working out, warming up, man, you look like you're in incredible shape right now, man. You still look like you're in your playing weight.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? So what are you doing these days on the workout side?
Actually, and I know they're not gonna give me any love for it, but I'll plug Peloton.
Okay.
Peloton brought me out of, we'll call it we've been done playing football 16 years now. I've been through about 17 slumps.
Okay.
They brought me out of my latest one.
Okay.
So, you know, quarantine hit and
Oh man, I call it COVID-20. When quarantine hit, everybody got the COVID-20.
yeah, it of course it starts in here.
Yeah.
It wrecked my mind because my routine was thrown off. Of course, they were like, okay, stay home. And I mean, you know, it's bad when healthcare professionals aren't working.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, first line and all that, but I'm grateful for our first responders and the frontline workers.
Yeah.
I didn't have to go that route, and pretty much I didn't want to, and I'm happy I didn't, because you know I have kids, and like I said, I'm bringing that stuff home every day.
Yeah. You don't bring any COVID home.
Yeah, to keep it real, I mean, it looked gruesome.
Yeah,
I mean, you're in a
me too.
mask, you're in the
Oh,
shield, scrubs. I didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
So back to the point. The hold on, we'll pause. Lost my train of thought.
Back to the point, Peloton,
Yeah.
why?
So my wife, shout out to her, she ordered the Peloton.
Okay.
I didn't. It was not my idea.
Okay.
I actually called it stupid.
This is stupid, and it's expensive. It ain't cheap.
It's not cheap. So
It's
I was
not
just
cheap.
like, oh, okay, this is something you and your little, you know, AKA friends gonna do. Here we go again. All right, have fun with that, because I was like, we are stuck in the house. If you're doing that and happy, that's less you're gonna get on my nerves.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So it turned out our former teammates, JD Dugan, Kendall, all of them got it.
Oh, word. Okay.
So I'm in a chat with Dugan, and he's like, yo, you know, let me put you in a Peloton group. And it blew up from there.
Okay.
And now we
Y'all
on
probably
it.
start doing challenges and different stuff.
Like I said, it got
Competition.
stupid in there.
Yeah, of course.
So, you know, that's you.
That's me. Yes. We still on.
So I hopped on the Peloton kick, like full steam. So that got my cardio and my mindset back right. Because I mean, those Peloton workouts, if you've ever done one, you get what I'm about to say. But if you haven't done one, I walked into it again looking at it like, I did some play stuff.
Yeah. I wouldn't even take it serious. But
No,
it's for real.
No, like it's full break off.
Okay.
Like you come in to get served. It's rough.
Okay. So you got, to me, I always say you got 0 and you got Sean Halls. Okay. Where is it at on the scale of 0 to Sean Halls? Where is it at?
So with Sean Halls, he go nuclear, but I'm gonna give you 6-7 on average.
Okay. All right.
So, and I mean, again, you know, this is in your house.
Yeah.
So you can get that 6-7 whenever you want it.
Okay.
And it's gonna deliver every time. So that brought me out of the what do I do now mode.
Yeah.
And you know, the camaraderie.
Right.
You know, teammates
Have
in
a-
there,
yeah,
we have
yeah,
a chat,
have a- yeah.
you have a good time, and there's a leaderboard feature.
Ooh.
I'm about to stop talking about Peloton because they're not paying me nothing, but
There's a leaderboard.
you're able to see where your teammates are.
Right.
You know, so it's a competition.
Okay.
Every athlete loves competition.
Absolutely.
You know, I'm trying to dust you every time.
Absolutely.
I don't care if we're on a 6 a.m. ride or a 6 p.m. ride. I'm coming to get it.
So the Peloton is one thing. I hear you.
Yep.
But workouts is workouts.
Yeah.
And I'm a trainer. And I understand with the other stuff. What are you doing nutrition-wise to stay where you at?
The nutrition, I keep it super basic. So I bought a food scale first.
Yes.
Again, as a doctor, you're taught keep everything objective. If you can't measure it and get a result, that's
Go ahead,
actually-
bro. Fam. Go ahead, fam. Go ahead, fam. Okay.
So I operate in this space with just about everything.
Yeah.
Just about, not everything.
Yeah.
If you can't get like some measurable result,
Yeah.
you're probably wasting your time. Or you just need to recalibrate some things, move some stuff around.
Yeah.
So I bought a food scale, like I said, Amazon, it was like $10. That allowed me to start to know, is this 4, is this 6, is this 8 ounces of protein? Super simple.
Makes a difference.
Yeah, it does make a difference. Now, I know people are busy. I know that is an extra step.
But honestly, if you prep or if you do it like ahead of time, you're good. Also, I tell people this too, bro. Like, if you're eating when you're hungry, it kind of sounds crazy, kind of intuitive. If you're already hungry when you're eating, you're probably gonna make a bad decision.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Not
saying?
only
So
you can make a bad decision, but I'll give you a little one-on-one, like an exam room here. By the time you get hungry, the signal that comes from your stomach to your brain, you've actually begun to work against your own metabolism. So for those out there who's trying to gain or lose weight, I'll say it again, gain or lose weight, you should never get to the point of hunger because your body's metabolism has already shifted.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
So if you don't get the answer yet, what it is eating on a schedule. So measure your food, eat on a schedule, and colors.
Okay.
So
colorful plate, meaning you got different vegetables, different fruits, different stuff you eat.
To give it a, because I know people are like me, they probably want the answer fast. Let's skip the scale. If you have one, great. If you have the attention span to use it, good. But your meat should only be the size of the palm of your hand. And that's relative because your palm, you're a bigger guy than me, your palm's bigger. Yeah. You need more protein than I do. So measure by the palm of your hand. That's your meat, and keep 3 or more colors on your plate. That's it. And eat on a schedule. I don't care if it's 8, 12, 6, if it's 9, 1, whatever it may be.
Eat that schedule.
Eat the schedule, the protein, the meat, or if you're, I'm saying it probably wrong, vegans or vegetarians, if you don't eat meat, whatever they eat, soy or whatever,
tofu,
make that main course the size of the palm of your hand. I didn't say hand.
Palm.
Palm.
Yeah.
So if you eat my main course, palm of my hand, on a schedule with 3 or more colors, and you probably say, how do I do that? Let's say the chicken's white, your broccoli's green, and let's add in
peppers, yellow,
some peppers that are yellow, or a sweet potato that's orange. There you go, you're done. And you can achieve 3 or more colors in every meal. A lot of people think like, oh, what about breakfast? Not really. I mean, a fruit, first of all, is a cheat code.
Absolutely.
You can eat fruit with every meal. So that's a color. That's red, orange, green, blue, pick one. And your starch is more than likely going to be white or brown. And pick another color.
Or you can mix that that starch up. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, or pick the meat up, or eat like some avocado toast or something like that. Now you got green and brown. Boom, right there, 2 colors. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But that's, I'm glad you shared that because I think a lot of people think it's so complicated, but it don't have to be.
No.
It don't have to be. But and also you said that you got to measure, and I think that's something that a lot of people don't get. You know what I'm saying? Like losing weight and gaining weight is all science. It's calories in, calories out.
That's it. That's it.
It ain't even all this complicated. Oh, I'm gonna do this diet, do that diet. But like. Honestly, that's not really for you. All them like fad diets is not for you. It's you know what a fad diet is for? A person that's doing the right thing and can't get further. Like, so just say I'm eating the right amount of calories a day. I'm working out, doing my thing, but I want to take it to the next level. Then you can make some changes and maybe go keto or something like that. But if you ain't even got to the point where you've been eating healthy and normal, you don't need to go that extreme just yet. You know what I'm saying? Figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Calories in, calories out. So
that advice will cost you a copay right there. That's excellent advice. But that's just that. Those are additives. You have to already have it or be on a path before you introduce these. Man, you probably heard more than I've heard, but the ketos, paleo.
But see, paleo is not as bad to me because I think paleo is like, it's like, okay, I'm gonna eat natural, normal food, so I can rock with the paleo. It's when you, because they still got starches, still got carbs in there, it's all good. When you start taking it in keto, like I'm not eating no carbs. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, let me know how your brain feels and how you feel energy-wise the next few days.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Highlight that. Yeah. So everybody out there listening, if you don't know, you're... He got the chicken waffles. Oh, thank you. You got hot sauce, right?
Yeah, how much stands?
Oh, I gotta get. All right. So
yeah.
I grab it in a second. I want to get this comment out. So for those that don't know, your brain's food is carbs, or are carbs for all my English majors out there, whatever you want to say. So you have to feed carbs to your body, or else your brain literally will shut down.
So guys, it's been a great show. We about to get this cheat meal on. Man, I appreciate you, Dr. Tony Madison. Appreciate you.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate you, bro. So, we about to grill, man. I'll check you guys later. Peace.
All right, later.